In this video, I'll be demonstrating how we can use flags and emoticons in OneNote to provide feedback to students. At the moment, I'm in a class notebook. I'm using the Windows OneNote application, and you can see here that I've started to use a system of Windows emoticons that just sit next to the names of each page here. And I'm going to explain how I'm using these simple emoticons to send feedback to students. So if we jump to this page here, what I've done is I've inserted a golden thumb, and that is my flag to indicate to the student that you have completed everything you had to on this page. On the next page, you'll see that I've added a gold trophy. And this means it was the best example in the class. So I'm using this as a way to encourage the students to go beyond the basic requirements of the task, to stretch themselves a bit further. And in this instance, I'm rewarding that student by saying not only have you completed that page, but you've also completed it to the best standard within the class. You can see that the same system has been applied to these pages. But I want to jump you down to this one here. So this is an example of a red flag, and I'm using this as a way to identify to the student that they may have missed some of the task instructions. So in the case here, the task appears at the top of the page. Choose 2 to 3 websites that demonstrate design flaws from a linked resource. At the time that I gave him the feedback, he had not added this information. The task was for the student to not only say what was wrong, but also to offer a solution to the problem. So when I gave him feedback, you can see that I did so in this text box here. I marked my text in red to draw attention to it on the page as well. The student was able to go into this section without seeing me about this, and was able to go ahead and to make the changes. So having done that, I can now update my feedback. I can click here and delete the feedback because it no longer applies, and I can go up into the page title and delete my emoticon flag. And since I'm using a Windows 10 laptop, I can hold down the Windows key and press the full stop. And that brings up our emoji listing here. You can see the ones that you use most frequently, they appear at the top. And I'll go in and click on the thumbs up. That now indicates to the student that they've completed everything they had to on the page, and I can close this window here. Now I have noticed that from one computer to the next you might find a slightly different subset of these emoticons. So if that's the case, just go through the emoticon library and find something that works for you. But I have found it's a great way to get the students to take more ownership over the feedback that you give them, and it's also a simple visual reminder that either something is completed, not completed, or they've done an exceptional job.